Hi, let's adjust my camera. My name's Flo, and I am doing your reading for February. This is for Taurus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome all sun babies under Taurus, sun, moon, rising, cross watchers. Hello, welcome. My name is Flo, and this is Flo and the moon doing your daily tarot. Not daily, I say daily because I actually do daily tarot pulls on my Instagram account, but this is your monthly forecast for the month of February. So just a few bits on housekeeping. This is a general read. It may not resonate with everyone. So that was card one. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. I suggest visiting your other signs. It's your next card. Your other signs, your rising and your moon sign to get a more well-rounded read. Anyway, that's enough talking. All these cards keep flipping out, so that's telling me that my guides want to get going with this, and I'm sure you do as well. So we're gonna pick 9 cards. The first 3 cards that have come out, you've got the 5 of Cups reversed. You've released something. Your 9 of Cups in its upright, and Hermit in its reverse. So it looks like you've done a bit of purging. You've gone within. Now you are beginning to come out of it. Looks like you're in a good place. Whoops. And the scales are beginning to balance. So forgiveness and dealing with your emotions, going within, finding your star. That was all the themes from your past. And now, like I said, because justice came out, that one means you are dealing with some sort of decision. This decision could be with having to do with the laws. It could be contracts. It could be contracts of any kind, any sort of discussion in more of like an official manner. That way. Next up, your overall energy is the Two of Swords reversed. You are stuck. Let's see. Or maybe Strength card also in its reversed. Let's see what else comes out. Maybe this decision that you're making has really took a knock on your confidence levels. Could be dealing with Libra, Virgo, or sorry, 2 cards came out. Libra, Virgo, or Leo. Page of Wands reversed. Stagnation. The Fool. You've got a lot of really sort of opposing cards. It's like it's weird because there's a lot of, it's almost like there's a lot of reversals, but then the cards that you've got upright, they're so positive. So you've got the Fool in the upright, which sort of saves you from anything really drastic and negative. I mean, they're not quite, none of these cards are really negative. It's more of just kind of like a bit of stagnation. And finally, it is the 9 of Pentacles in its reversed. Bottom of the deck, which goes with your overall energy, is the 5 of Wands, and that combines with the 2 of Wands reversed, and this is your overall energy. So it looks like there's a bit of a squabble. And I'm saying squabble because it doesn't look like there's anything that's like major, you know. The squabble could be maybe there's some sort of contract that's in contention. Maybe there's something in the workplace or with your friends that's a point of contention. Maybe you are struggling to get a project off the ground that's causing you a little bit of stress. So, you know, you kind of start off with the 5 of Cups in its reverse. So you've forgiven something and you're moving on from that. and you're moving into the Nine of Cups energy with the Hermit reversed. So it's almost like you were maybe doing a little bit of celebrating on your own, and you're starting to come out. Maybe you were indulging a little bit. You were indulging a little bit on your own. And now you're starting to come out of hermit mode. Only to deal with now what you've been maybe even ignoring. Maybe you were hiding out from something. And then now, because you're into the Justice, Two of Swords, and Strength in its reverse, you're dealing with it. Whatever you were sort of ignoring, and then now you're dealing with it, which means you need to make a decision, or at least you're waiting for some sort of decision. This whole process has sort of left you a little bit confused and stuck, and possibly low on confidence. You know, you're trying to tame something. But it looks like there's a new beginning up ahead. You just have to be a bit more patient. You've got the fire and the ambition of the Wand's energy. However, you know, a little bit stagnating. It's a little bit wild and not quite concentrated on what actually needs to happen. And then we've got the Fool, new beginnings. So it looks like you're going to have some sort of new beginning once you get through all of this. Having to do with your finances, right? Your finances, your financial independence are all kind of up in the air at the moment. Let me just see. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got quite a bit of major arcana cards happening. 2 of them reversed, 2 of them in its upright. So you are definitely looking for balance. Trying to figure everything out. So let's just get some clarity. It's the 5 of Cups. You know, and just beware of sort of childlike thinking. You could be dealing with somebody. Maybe there's people around you who are a little bit childlike, or maybe that's you. You need to beware of that. Okay. What is the 5 of Cups in its reverse? Let's get some clarity on that, guys. All right. It looks like a new passion project. It didn't really give you that fulfillment. 2 cards came out. We've got the 9 of Cups reversed and the Ace of Wands. So it's almost like you had some sort of passion project. And it disappointed you. You wanted that new beginning. It's the 9 of Cups. You've got the 9 of Cups twice already. So that seems to be an important theme. Maybe I think you might have been overindulging a little bit. Maybe over the holidays you were, and sort of ignoring what needed to be done. What's the 9 of Cups? And it's upright. I just would like some clarity, please, guys. Okay, that one's coming out. 7 of Cups. Illusion. Illusions of grandeur. Another card, please. Wishful thinking. Hoping for the best, you know? Hoping for the best of this whole thing, situation balancing out. But you've let go of it, or you are letting go of it. Too many cards. What's the Hermit? Gosh, all these cards flying out. Just one, please, Spirit. Guys. It's the Hermit in reverse. You know, that's Virgo energy. In its reverse, it's normally like you need to come out of hiding. That time on your own, it's a bit too much, and you're too isolated. You've been too isolated. There we are. I can see why you've done it. You've got the Hangman, which means, you know, it's almost like you were trying to deal with these issues on your own, but you have hopes of where you would like to be. You were trying to deal with this on your own, but you were feeling, but when you deal with it on your own, you're almost stuck. Like, I understand why you would like to, because sometimes if you have too many opinions, it really clouds judgment and it influences, right? You were looking for a new perspective on it, but sort of shielding, almost even shielding yourself from everything else that's happening around. So that is where you're coming from. What's the Justice in its upright? Okay. Well, some of you may have gotten into a new partnership. Or even, yeah, it could be like a new partnership, and you're signing contracts around that. You know, it could be like this King of Wands energy could be a boss, or it could even be a lover with the King of Wands energy, and he's got his stuff together. He's kind of entrepreneurial. Or the person you're in a partnership with could be an entrepreneur. Fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I always forget. It could be something like that. Maybe even you got married. Some of you could be getting married to that sort of energy. But also, when you see Justice and the Lovers, it's kind of like a contract, a binding contract with the partnership. And I'm kind of thinking this might be work, but for some of you it could be work, for some of you it could be relationship, right? So that's what's happening right now. So but why are you feeling stuck? What is the Two of Swords? Money. Well, yeah, completely makes sense. Maybe some of you could have even started a new job. Come out of isolation. Maybe you were working on your own, and now you've joined a new team, or you become, yeah. And so, but because you were feeling stuck, and the Five of Pentacles has come out. You're just feeling a little bit lacking. You get more clarity on that? Oh, la 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 la. Right. Really strong love cards coming out. Yeah, so it might not even be work. It could be like a love relationship, because now you've received the Two of Cups. You know, now that I'm looking at the imagery of this, it's almost like you had a little bit of a falling out and you were feeling stuck. Whoever you're fighting with, or in some sort of bickering battle with, it's almost like the energies were matched, so nobody was winning. So that's clarifying your overall energy. So that's clarifying all of that. So it looks like you're fighting, you are sort of in a bit of a squabble with your loved one. Again, if you're not in a relationship or nowhere close to something like that, this could be through work. This could be through work, but I see some really, maybe some of you could be going through a divorce. Maybe you've decided to part ways with your loved one. So what's this? The Strength card in reverse. You know, the Strength card in reverse is about, normally when it's upright, it's strong energy, confident energy, and you're taming the beast. In its reverse, you've lost all that, right? Eight of Pentacles. Now it's almost like you're burying yourself in work, having to deal with all this because of all this stuff happening. you know, you're burying yourself in work, because oftentimes in life, when one part of your life is going really well, another part sort of suffers, and then vice versa. You know, it's always, we're always on this constant journey to get the balance between the two. So, you know, things might be not be going so well in your love life, but you're focusing on work now. More clarity. Yeah, the Emperor. Working with your partner. I mean, this is like strong masculine energy. So for women out there, this could be father figure, brother, husband, boyfriend. Whoever is the female energy, you know, you're kind of working on that. Maybe you're feeling a little bit oppressed. I just find the Emperor is a really great strong card when it comes to work. But when it comes to relationships, I just find it really oppressing. So it's really dependent on your situation here. You know, you could be in some sort of contract negotiation regarding money, regarding this new partnership with the Emperor type, which could represent the company or your boss, any sort of like strong masculine figure. It doesn't have to be a man boss, but even women can take on that energy, right? And you know, this whole thing is about your self-worth and just trying to figure out through your work, what is your self-worth? And maybe all these negotiations are dragging on a little bit longer than you'd like. So what's the Page of Wands? I mean, in a work situation, the Page of Wands can mean that you are a little bit of a novice. You know, you've started a new job. This is where you're headed. You started a new job and you're finding your feet. You've got the enthusiasm, definitely the enthusiasm, but you're a little bit scattered at the moment. But there's nothing to say that you can't turn that card upright, right? So what's the Page of Wands? Page of Wands. I need a card, please. Too many. That one's full, but this one's flipped up, so I'm going to take that one. That's the Hermit. You feeling quite isolated still? I mean, there's definitely money on the table, but you're going to be, but it's looking like the communication is coming in fast from that. Like, no matter how much you like to hide from what you need to deal with here, the communication is coming in fast, and it's affecting your finances and family life, really. So what's the Fool? Petty squabbles. That's the Five of Wands, but this is towards where you're headed. So I would say that this is sort of like towards the end of the month of February, where you have this new beginning and it's going to be ending all the squabbles. So you might decide, you know, if we're looking at this in the context of work, right? You might decide, or all the negotiations and the contracts have been signed and you've settled on something, and now that's over. Maybe you got hired onto a new job, and the competition, you've beat out the competition and you have your new beginning with this company. Same in love. It could be, you know, your negotiations with, I want to say, I don't know if negotiations is the right word then. I mean, you could be, if you recently got married, you know, you went from the single life of partying and you've come out of isolation into a new partnership. And, you know, this man is very, or this person, the energy, could be Aries, because the Emperor, you might be involved with an Aries, but, you know, there's a lot of signs here. Yes, new beginning. You know, that card came out with the Fool. So everything is sort of, by the end of the month, whatever you're dealing with is the fighting and the competition is going to fall away. And you're going to get some sort of like a new beginning, and things are going to start to make sense. It's the Nine of Pentacles reversed, because I know you're after your financial independence. Busy at work, or at least busy, yeah, trying to get everything in order, right? Okay, so quick recap, because that's where you're headed. You've got the Nine of Pentacles in its reverse, clarified by the Ten of Wands. So the way that I see that is, you know, you've taken on this responsibility of this new venture, and you're going to be working towards this goal. I mean, it's going to be hard with anything that is, if let's just say if you have a startup business, right? You're going to have to work hard to gain some ground to get to that financial independence. But you are getting there, and it's looking like the partnerships that you're cultivating throughout this, they're well matched. Even though you felt stuck, this place that you're coming from, feeling stuck and maybe alone, you're coming out of it. You'll have to learn how to accept other people into, maybe you're used to working on your own, the solo energy, because I see a little bit of the Hermit. You know, it's almost towards the end of the month. I mean, you're still learning. You're going to have to learn to work with other people, with the team, and have this new beginning that you want, and really enjoy this new beginning. Okay, so let's get a bit of guidance from the Return of Spirit deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish. And let's see. Intuition. And as that's what you got. You received intuition. With this earth energy of Taurus, it can be really difficult to listen to your intuition, because you're with the earth energy, it's facts, right? You want facts in front of you, and so listening to your own intuition can be a bit cloudy. So you just have to trust in yourself and trust the process, that everything is going to work out the way it's meant to. It's looking like these, and I don't say those words lightly, because I can see here with a lot of the major arcanas that have come out. I just, out of curiosity, wanted to see that, and I'll explain that in a minute. That's the Star reverse. With a lot of the energies that are coming out in your reading, is these are big deals. Whatever this contract is that you're getting into, it's a life-changing one. And it's kind of like a lifelong partnership, the way that at least I think you're looking at it, the way that I see it here. Because you've got the Lover's card and Justice, which are two major arcanas, which are not to be taken lightly, definitely not. I just want to see, out of curiosity, what you got underneath your deck at the bottom of the last deck, and it's the Star in reverse. So you might be feeling a little bit hopeless, and that's what this is. The intuition card has come out to you. It's to remind you to listen to your intuition and have trust in the process. All right? Thank you so much for joining me on your February reading, February 2020. Follow me on Instagram at Flo_ and the Moon, and I do daily tarot pulls, so you can come and see that. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, just so this video can circulate for others as well. So I thank you so much, and I'll see you in March. Much love.